Hey guys, welcome to yet another drop pick video for the upcoming Marvel Rivals. I'll be making this to a series, so if you like the content, feel free to stick around for future videos. Eugene Thompson, better known as Flash Thompson, is a bully turned selfless soldier now known as Agent Anti-Venom. Initially, Flash was a high school bully of one Peter Parker, aka Spider-Man, who also happened to be one of Flash's biggest idols. Flash eventually grew out of this abusive behavior and became Peter's friend in college. Flash goes on to join the army, but has trouble finding a place to fit in upon returning to the States after being stationed in Southeast Asia. This causes him to spiral into depression and alcoholism, which gets exploited by Norman Osborn, leaving Flash in a near vegetative state after a car crash. He eventually wakes up and goes on to become a gym teacher at his old school, Midtown High. Flash returns to service for the army and receives a Medal of Honor. However, the mission does cost him his legs. Due to this reason, Flash signs on to the Sim Soldier program aimed to create super soldiers like Captain America with the use of symbiotes. Flash then gets bonded to the Venom symbiote, leading to the creation of Agent Venom. Flash carries out multiple missions as Agent Venom for the Sim Soldier program, eventually dubbed Project Rebirth 2.0, that eventually gets shut down by Captain America himself. Project Rebirth shut down, Flash tries to go crime fighting on his own, leading to him joining the Secret Avengers, as well having a short stint in space with the Guardians of the Galaxy, before settling down with his protege, Mania. Unfortunately, the two of them are attacked by FBI agents wielding anti-venom suits, and a beam strikes Flash, separating him from the Venom symbiote. Lapsing back into depression after being separated from the one thing that makes him a superhero, Flash takes to Alchemax Tower to retrieve the symbiote. Upon reaching Alchemax, Flash then discovers that the Venom symbiote has bonded back with Eddie Brock. The Venom symbiote, having no decision over who it wants to bond with, decides to bond with both of them, Eddie and Flash, at the same time. Luckily, Spider-Man shows up and drops a vat of artificial anti-venom onto both of them. This leads to the artificial anti-venom bonding with the remaining symbiote in Flash's system and creating an anti-venom symbiote. And this is how Flash gains his new powers as Agent Anti-Venom. The idea of a super soldier in the support category is not that difficult of an idea to work around, because you do have characters like Soldier 76 from Overwatch, who has a heal in his kit. However, adding the layer of a symbiote makes it more of a fun idea. A lot of people, myself included, would love to see Eddie Brock's Venom in Rivals. However, I think that adding another Venom family member would also make the game quite interesting. Hence, Agent Anti-Venom. I've also tried to come up with a support idea that doesn't really focus on healing or utility as much, because there are different kinds of supports in different games. Some are more damage oriented, and this is kind of where I wanted to focus with Agent Anti-Venom. He does have a heal in his kit, and he does offer some utility, but for the most part, he can be used more of a sub DPS. In case the damage on your team is sort of lacking, you could pick up a character like Agent Anti-Venom and provide more support fire for your team. So with all of that said, here's my idea for a character like Agent Anti-Venom in the support category in a game like Rivals. Agent Venom is a ranged support covering mid, short, and long ranges due to his passive, the Multigun. The Multigun is a weapon specifically keyed to Flash's DNA so that it only works for him. The weapon allows him to use a variety of guns. Agent Anti-Venom's first ability is called Onslaught. This allows him to wield multiple SMG guns at the same time for a quick burst of damage over 2 seconds. This is on a 10-second cooldown. Agent Anti-Venom's second ability is called Combat Medic. This allows him to attach an Anti-Venom symbiote tendril to an ally that heals him over time. This has a limitless resource similar to how Mercy's staff works in Overwatch. Agent Anti-Venom's third ability is called Purge Grenade. Flash uses a tendril to lob a grenade infused with Anti-Venom symbiote to purge all allies of negative state of effects for 1 second. This is on a 12-second cooldown. This ability functions very much similar to how Kiriko's Suzu works in Overwatch. Agent Anti-Venom's fourth ability is called Gun Swap. This ties into his passive, Multi-Gun, which allows him to switch weapons on the fly. However, I did try to include a 5-second cooldown between swapping weapons so that it's not as egregious and he doesn't have too much impact on the battlefield as a damage dealer, and this allows him more time to think of how to support his allies with suppressive fire. The first weapon he starts out with is a handgun, which is his standard weapon before he swaps to another. The handgun is very much similar to what Deadpool uses and does about average damage. The second weapon he has access to in the multi-gun is dual SMGs. This allows him to wield dual SMGs with quick burst damage, however, giving up range. The third gun he has access to is a sniper rifle, which only allows him 3 shots, thus to balance out not having a full-time sniper on a support all the time. Agent Anti-Venom's ultimate is called Draconic Protector. This allows him to turn into a dragon-like being, allowing him to fly and breathe fire, which mostly aims at damaging enemies and not being a more supportive ultimate like the others. This is more of a personal damage ult so that he could provide more suppressive fire. Like I said, the idea behind this support was to make him more damage oriented, but with healing and utility, but with also the complexity of having to choose when to do damage and when to actually support your allies. Agent Venom is somewhat of a popular character. He's been shown in some video games. He's also been prominent in one Spider-Man animated TV show, as well as in the comics. He's also been a pretty prevalent character. I feel like Agent Anti-Venom would also be a really good call out to another Spider-like character or a Venom-like character in a game like Rivals that not a lot of people might know about. As for skins, due to the base suit being an inverse of what Venom looks like, it already makes him stand out. As for other skins, I'm not sure what NetEase could come up with, especially with an ultimate that's a dragon. But I feel like, again, artists that work on video games like this have a lot of creative freedom and a lot of creative ideas to work around. So I think they would actually come up with a few cool ideas. Soldier 76 in Overwatch is such an all-rounder character that I feel like he could be slotted into support anyway, and I feel like Agent Anti-Venom could be that for Marvel Rivals. Anyway guys, that's all I've got on my side today. Feel free to subscribe to stick around for future videos. Leave a like if you found this interesting, and I'll see you guys in the next one.